Courtship didn't disappear, it just went dormant. Welcome to day 46. I'm Dr. Nicole, and today we're talking about something I'm seeing everywhere: the return of courtship. After years of casual dating, hookup culture, and situationships, there's a growing movement of people, especially women, who are demanding more intentional, structured approaches to dating and relationships. This isn't nostalgia for the past. This is evolution toward emotional maturity, and it's creating space for feminine women to be courted properly again. If you've been feeling exhausted by modern relationship rhetoric, if you're craving something more intentional, or if you want to understand how to position yourself for this shift, this video is for you. The return of courtship is happening because people are exhausted by the chaos of modern dating, relationships, whatever you want to call it. Relationship dating fatigue looks like endless swiping with no real connection, situationships that go nowhere, confusion about where you stand with someone, emotional investment without commitment, casual encounters that leave you feeling empty. People are tired of guessing someone's intentions, accepting breadcrumbs of attention, having what are we conversations, investing in people who won't invest back. The emotional whiplash of hot and cold behavior. What is driving this change? As people mature emotionally, they start valuing their time and energy differently. They realize that casual dating often wastes both without creating the deep connection they actually want. Emotional maturity says, I'd rather be intentional and moving towards something clearly with one person than being casual and hoping something sticks with many. Emotional maturity asks, what am I actually trying to create here? Emotional maturity demands, if you want access to my time and energy, show me you're serious about building something real. This shift toward emotional maturity is creating demand for courtship, structured, intentional courting of relationships with clear progression toward commitment. In a world full of mixed signals and ambiguity, clarity has become incredibly attractive. Clarity in courtship looks like clear intentions from the beginning, consistent behavior that matches words, defined stages of getting to know each other, open communication about expectations, mutual understanding of the goal. Why is this clarity magnetic? Because it creates safety. When someone is clear about their intentions, you can relax and be present instead of constantly analyzing their behavior. It demonstrates maturity. Clear communication shows emotional intelligence and relationship readiness. It saves time. Instead of months of wondering where things are going, you know early on whether you're aligned. It reduces anxiety. Ambiguity creates stress. Clarity creates peace. It shows respect. Clear intentions show that someone values your time and emotional investment. Let's talk about the contrast effect. In a dating landscape full of people who don't know what they want or want to see where things go, someone who can clearly articulate their intentions stands out immediately. Women, especially, are gravitating towards men who say, I am looking for marriage. I am looking for a relationship that leads to marriage instead of, I'm just seeing what happens. Courtship is returning because it honors the natural polarity between masculine and feminine energy. Traditional courtship allowed masculinity to lead, plan, and pursue, while feminine energy could receive, respond, and choose. Modern dating often reverses this. Women doing the pursuing, the planning, the initiating, men being passive recipients of female effort and very blase and nonchalant. Why this reversal hasn't worked long term. When women operate in masculine energy, pursuing, and men operate in feminine energy, receiving, it creates relationships without polarity. The initial attraction might be there, but it doesn't sustain because there's no energetic tension. The return of natural polarity means masculine leadership. It doesn't mean dominance or control. It means taking initiative, making plans, and creating structure for the relationship to develop. Feminine receptivity doesn't mean passivity or complete submission from the beginning. It means being open to being courted, allowing someone to show their interest, and choosing based on their consistent actions. What this looks like practically: it looks like he asks you out and plans the date. He initiates most of their early communication. He makes his intentions clear. He consistently shows up and follows through. You respond warmly to his efforts. You allow him to court you without taking over the process. You observe his consistency and character. You choose whether to continue based on how he shows up. This dynamic is attractive to both energies. Masculine energy feels purposeful and needed. Feminine energy feels cherished and chosen. And let's be clear, there is communication throughout this process, so no one is being strung along or manipulated. One of the key elements of returning courtship is slowness, and slowness acts as a natural filter. Slowness filters out people who just want physical connection, they just want to hit, people who aren't serious about commitment, people who don't have the patience for real relationship building, people who are looking for instant gratification. Slowness instead attracts people who value the process of getting to know someone, people who are thinking long term, people who understand that good things take time, people who are willing to invest in building something real. Now, how does slowness work as a filter? In terms of physical intimacy, taking time means that you weed out people who are primarily just interested in sex. Emotional intimacy, you gradually share deeper parts of yourself, and this attracts people who want genuine connection. Time investment, requiring consistent effort over time, filters out people who are not serious. And decision making, not rushing into commitment, attracts people who make thoughtful choices. The beautiful thing about slowness is the right person will appreciate the pace because they want to build something lasting. The wrong person will get impatient and remove themselves from consideration. We're seeing this shift toward courtship in several ways. Social media, more content about traditional dating and relationships, feminine energy, and masculine leadership. Dating apps, new platforms focus on serious relationships rather than casual swipes and encounters. Relationship education, more people are seeking coaching, therapy, and education about healthy relationship dynamics. Generational wisdom, younger people are looking to older generations for guidance on lasting relationships. And reaction to hookup culture, people who tried casual dating and found it unfulfilling are seeking something deeper. There's also economic factors. As life becomes more expensive and complex, people want partners, not just random dates. This isn't about returning to an outdated era that we're no longer in. It's about recognizing that certain dynamics create lasting attraction and connection, regardless of the era. If you want to be courted properly, let's talk about positioning. Be clear about what you want. Don't pretend you're okay with casual when you want commitment. Allow masculine energy to lead. Respond to initiative rather than always taking initiative. Maintain your standards. Don't lower your expectations because, quote, it's hard out here. Embrace slowness. Don't rush any kind of intimacy. Value consistency over intensity. Choose the person who shows up reliably, not just the one who creates drama and is intense. Communicate your appreciation. When someone courts you properly, acknowledge and appreciate their efforts. That's what we call positive reinforcement. Standards invite structure. When you have clear standards for how you want to be treated, when you value intentional connection over casual encounters, when you're willing to wait for someone who will court you properly, you create space for courtship to return to your life. The right person will rise to meet your standards. The wrong person will eliminate themselves. And that's exactly what you want. Make sure you hit subscribe for day 47. I cannot wait. I have a surprise for you all tomorrow. Tell me in the comments, have you noticed this shift toward more intentional relationships and dating? What are your thoughts on courtship? I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Dr. Nicole.